it should be okay looking to raid, but it looks like not. Okay, Goni got him covered from the other side, and they're going to open up the flank on the top hill as well. So Wesker has it covered. Wesker just making sure that no one else is nearby. He's just shooting blanks there. No one's there, Wesker. No one's there, but he doesn't really know what. Yeah, and he's just trying to see whether someone's there.
Oh boy. Wesker did get the knockdown of Rosset, though Tanadol is now moving up here to try to back up his team. So is Hansawat. They are now trying to keep the pressure going on the 310's Wesker. Goni will take out Rosset Jr. already, so Tanadol is already one man down. Hasawat is moving up now towards Goni's position here, but it's under fire by Kind, forcing him to get into a shed here. So this fight actually is working out well for 310 now because they already got one knockdown. They got two actually because Tanadol just got taken down and Hasawat got taken up by the frag grenade. This is going from bad to worse for T5 because now they're two men down. Goni will finish off Hasawat, leaving only one more member from T5, Pantapon.
Normally the trend is that in the last game there'll be some teams are just too far off to qualify to start doing stuff. But then again, that blue now putting fire onto Deva. Deva shot at almost down though, and his eagle, he doesn't have cover.
Oh,
and there you go. Haka is the one that got him.
Yep, Deva's on the ground now, so that's going to be forcing E36 to decide where they want to take the fight. Silky has already got out of his car, but XP1 continues to move on to try to head off NGE from the northern side. But he needs to come out now to support his team, though, because the rest of them are bogged down in this fight. NGE is sensing the opportunity now. They get a knockdown to Starlord here, and it looks like Van Urk should be able to finish him off unless XQ1 is able to react in time. Sylphia is going to try to get a gank onto that blue, and the ping still quite getting through, although he does get quite a bit of damage done at the FAB. Now Starlord has been taken out of the map here, so that's means E36 is down to just two people. So NG is continuing to give chase. They do spot him from a distance now, but he's trying to get himself up to this rocky surface here to try to use as a bit of cover, but now he's under fire by PMA. Lun catches him with a headshot, so enter force, I think that's going to be done now for Sylphia. Unfortunately, no one's going to be able to come to him. XP1 is all the way on the western side of the circle, not going to be able to support him at all. Very unfortunate now for Enter Force 36.
That leaves only one player left.
Looks like PLM is already on the move now. They want to try to overrun Yexus and 310's position, and with two members left on 310, looks like they're trying to hail an E pickup here, so grenades are already being sent out now to try to disrupt them. It seems like they're still trying to wait for the plane to come by, but I don't think they'll be in time though. They still have to turn around and fight against PLM, and already the knockdown has started.
He got it!
Tanawat and Fluky finishes off the rest of 310. They're out in 15th place. Yeah, so they really capitalized in there, and again, they were being suppressed very heavily from 310 the whole time, so it must be cathartic for them to finally take them out. PMA steady, getting knocked down for the up team tie, no one to rescue him this time. A lot of different teams. EXO Squad, EXO Clan also getting themselves into the mix as well, getting between where PLM and Gex is, and now Gaz has already been knocked down, so this is already getting from bad to worse here for EXO Clan, as now they find themselves in the middle of a huge dogfight here, and Purple Moon Esports is struggling and trying to find their footing here. Down to 4%. He's the last one standing as the new Generation Esports continue to remove his teammates from the map here. He's going to have to dodge around in between EXO Clan's own lineup. And in fact, Chimpy gets caught with a stray from Hakai there. That will be the end of EXO Clan's run.
Man, look at the amount of targets here available for that blue. Right now, NGE, they already got 5 kills to their name, and they're not stopping yet. Right now, speaking of stopping, they're trying to stop AAA from coming into the circle. AAA, something happened down there, not too sure what is that, but Tana was being taken out. That means Purple Moon Esports is out.
Yeah, Purple Moon is out. The attack all around, getting into the circle here. It seems a little bit unlucky for them to catch the shots there, but again, the firefights were breaking out all across the south side. Number one as well, find themselves squeezed very hard from both Gex as well as NGE, and they're being pincered very heavily right now. In fact, they can only have the rocks against their back to prevent themselves coming from under fire of NGE, but with Gex's Leo being up in front here, he's making sure that no one can get anywhere else. There's no way for them to climb up the cliffside here, and even if they do, they will run straight into NGE if that's the case. So they still need to try to figure out how to prevent Leo from being able to stop them in their tracks. In fact, Nambawo finds Up Chen attempting to come around and take a distance shot here from the side of the blue zone. But again, NGE are picking up an E pickup in order to get themselves away from that position here. But Leo moves it forward, takes out both Nambawo and Zikao, and takes the team number 1 out in 12th place.
Nicely done by Leo. He waited for the right time, and the blue was putting pressure on his opponent, and when they were forced to move forward, he needed to kick and take that shot. But now, looking over at PMA, they're kind of busy on their own as well, because NGE has came into the compound, so they need to play the defensive stance.
Yep, defense is going to be important here for PMA as well. They've been holding the position for quite a while, but the Blues has now forced NGE to actually use a pickup to get all the way down on top of them for now. But NGE is still able to find some shots of the PMA. Already got a kill onto Pete now. Just need to try to get Luna out of that tower here.
Okay, here we go. SST, they need to fight against NHE just right in front of them, but SST right now, they're kind of in a handicap situation without Runex have been eliminated earlier on. At the same time, we can see that Patapon naded down Nanju, so it looks like the team party kind of busy on their own.
Yeah, there's a fight that's happening on the northern side there, so one call still able to find him in the end though, so 10 teams still remain at this point. NHG continue to collapse on the SST right now. They got a knockdown Imhawk. They're trying to finish him off. They will finish him off there, so Fev and Attain 9 now forced to decide whether or not they want to continue this fight or try to pull away, but where can they pull off to? There's only roads going on here. Open ground is going to be an open invitation for everyone else.
One call. Looks like on the other side of the circle, but now the circle have shifted. Only 2 players are currently in the circle. Everyone else will need to find their way in.
Again, it's a very wide open ground here on this circle, so they want to try to wrap out these fights here on the hilly terrain as much as they can to farm those kill points. Now, Venom just moved out of the city and now into the fire here from one call who just spots them coming up the road. So they're already being bogged down here with both Smell and Sylphie both being knocked out. So Power gets taken out as well. One call earning all of those kills as well as Lucky J getting one last shot there to steal 1 kill point from one call.
Now PMA still kind of busy on the outside together with NGE, still in the same compound, and NGE seems to be winning this fight.
Oh, Nevada got taken down by Lun Lun now. Fab is attempting to try to flush out the other member of PMA, it's Snox29, who is still inside the house that NGE is trying to assault. Lun Lun is now coming outside here to try to collide into them right now, but again, with Gex and SST also moving into their position, they look like they want to try to farm both of these teams for kill points. Here. Oh, Fab takes out Snox29, so that will be the end of PMA, so they will have position for now, but again, Gex is also rapidly repositioning themselves to try to head off NGE before they get into the next safe zone. They do also spot Trick from Jexy attempting to get themselves to the care package that just landed on the eastern side of the circle here, so Gex is a little bit tied up right now. That should be the opening now for NGE to move on.
But Tay9 is moving into the circle, and Tay9 straight into the middle. Tay9, this is an open position. Tay9, 30 health left, will be shot down.
No way. Long K was just waiting and waiting for him. Goes for the shot, takes him out completely. So now SST is down and out. 4 teams still remaining. New House Esports, Global Esports Xsset, Deadly Striker, as well as one call. The remaining teams in this circle here.
And you'll be easily shot down, so they manage it super well. NEC with 4 men still intact has the best chance to get in the chicken dinner.
Yep, Global Esports should be able to finish off Jexy there on the outside, so that will be 5 kills now in Leo's hands. But problem is he has no grenade, so cannot keep pressure onto Leo there, so that's allowing him to continue to spot both one call as well as NHE, but then just popping the hit on top there allows Tridoy the space to get the headshot, to get the shot onto Leo, so it takes him out. Gex is already out now, meaning that 3 teams remaining. One call is the only has only the solo member left here as in the form of Trick, and now Tridoy is in position to keep him under pressure.
Look at the spread here by NHE. They have everything covered from inside the circle to the outside the circle to the flanks. And now these 2 teams will be shot at by NHE. Hoi An tries to get his target, managed to land a couple of shots, but not enough to take anyone down just yet. Trido is coming in from the other side as well. Trido from the outside the circle coming in, so he will be the one to backstab these 2 teams.
That's perfect now. NHE collapsing onto Destiny Strike's position. Already 1 knockdown, 2 kill. With the frag grenade will be taken by Trick, and Long K will try to finish him off here in order to try to take a chicken dinner, but Trick is still holding his own headshot. Will finish it off, and New House Esports finally gets their redemption here today. AAA in the meantime has continued to move on and actually moved ahead of where one call and SST are. So if anything, this is forcing one call to be in a direct confrontation with Sister.
Wait.
What?
What just happened? They just got a chicken dinner. New House Esports.
They just got chicken dinner, and then now they get dropped as the first team out of the count. Yet AAA might be finding themselves under pressure from Area Force 310 because they're just collapsing onto their compound now. All guns blazing.
Here
actually, Chenkov is spotting Goni going for the flank. He's going to get a frag grenade out. Jedi is taking a top position on top of the roof of this barn house, but isn't able to get the knockdown he's looking for. So 310 is able to set themselves up by the chapel here. This is going to be a big pressure now for attack all around.
Oh, here we go as Jedi gets knocked down. So AAA right now being sieged down by 310. 310 coming in, all guns blazing. 310 not needing any long-range support. They sent everyone into the compound. And now Jenku off. It looks like he tosses a molly, tries to buy time for himself to try to get the information. And beautiful shot with the AUG on the left, gets the knockdown.
Yeah, but an attack all around, still holding their own here. The 310's going to try to get up to the upstairs. Wesker almost gets him at the end of there, but unfortunately Jacko gets knocked down. It's Wello comes down off the stairwell here. Wesker is going to get popped a little bit. Ultra Squid gets into the building, gets knocked down to Kind. Now it gets onto the upstairs here with the shotgun, waiting for Wello to come around the corner. But Ultra Squid takes a lot of damage as a result, having switched off to the AK-47. Finishes off Wesker right by the stairwell, gets his first 8 kit out. All this attention is attracting number one to come into the area as well, so they need to wrap up this fight as quickly as they can.
Oh yeah, number one, they'll be looking to take advantage of the situation coming as a third party. Vrillo, last man standing, reviving his teammate. Can he make it in time for Kane to get back up? As O2 Skirt will do the same as well.
Yeah, he will get a revive, but he started a little bit later compared to 310, so they will be able to maneuver as soon as Kind is back up online. But with number one breathing down their backs here, it's looking very, very difficult here for them to continue to take this firefight here, because they know that as soon as they're done, it's going to be an attempt from coming outside. Frag grenades is going to be taking out O2 Skirt, so I think the AAA has been taken out already.
Oh yes, and now that means it's a signal for team number one to come in. But Zico have been knocked down by Vrillo on the other side. Same time, Velo trying to defend this area together with Keen, and now tosses out a molly onto the other building, but no one will come in just yet. Reloading his barrel, waiting for the right moment, but no peaks happening for the side of team number one.
So a surprise Virtue 22222 will be moving in as well to try to back up his teammates here as Miaoyu is still bleeding out.
Lulu takes a hot shot somewhere else, but Virtue, the moment he arrives, immediately be knocked down. Now Velo with a high ground advantage, and Velo will be the one together with Kane, the duo who did it to take out team number one.
Who are under some pressure here, taking a fight on the other side. So in the meantime, Rascal Jester continue to try to take this one against EXO. Looks like it was really a knockdown there on the Vuelo. Kind is going to try to send a frag grenade to try to discourage EXO Clan from moving onto the house, but I think it's just only a delaying tactic for now. He needs to try to get to Vuelo to get the revive, but EXO Clan is not giving him the space required, so he has to stand his ground to fight. Frag grenade sent through the window here. Kind's trying to hold his ground. He's going to get up to the upstairs part. Almost barely makes it there, but unfortunately Empty finds him in time and finishes off the rest of 310.
Okay, speaking about one call, they are on the inner side of the circle, meaning that there's a possibility that Purple Moon Esports will need to take the fight against them to get into the middle circle. Or we leave that for later as Sapao tries to get one for himself. Coach Sapao being shot at from the other side. Sapao down to 12 health. We need to reset himself quickly before the crash. Any further crashes come in. And a Smell takes over his role to try to fend away other teams who might have that idea.
They might have a bit of an idea here, but they've spotting Deadly Strike attempting to try to cut themselves into the circle here. They lost Crazy Boy though to UV though, so this is actually forcing them now to turn around and fight unless they can try to find another place to set up. But it looks like all the compounds is pretty taken by teams here, so that leaves Jason and Malrush to take this tiny little shack under the cover of smoke in order to avoid the fire coming in from Unicorn Venom. But then grenades are also coming through. Sapao getting one to Malrush. Sapao sending another one their way as well. Is that going to get connect onto Deadly Strike though? They have managed to get inside the building though, so Jason should be able to get a revive in. But man, that's a very, very bad spot to be caught out in.
Ooh, smells. He's smelling what the Rock is cooking. Just right in front of him, and Smell tries to get that kill. But right now, Purple Moon Esports must take this fight against one call that's currently holding the compound just right in front of them to get into the circle. And now they're making their move. They're trying to get across the road, and now they will arrive. Recent Trick, he's ready for it. He has a nade in hand. He's cooking up the nade. The nade will be tossed onto the side of Purple Moon Esports. Purple Moon Esports still finding it difficult to get across. Now popping up the smoke, creating a smoke bridge to get in.
Yeah, but Fluky only has one more left. And look at how many smoke grenades they're spending. They want to try to cover the approach as much as possible, but Trick has plenty of frag grenades to use here. Now
here we go!
To get in front. Oh! He gets a knockdown on the Trick. At the same time, Jexy now forced to come out to fight, but then the two knockdowns already coming onto the PLM as well, so they're not exactly taking his approach unscathed here. Nando continuing to try to corral the outside, and instead dips onto the inside here as PLM keeps the pressure going, but it's still, with the two people being knocked down there, PLM has to be, has their complete movement disrupted.
Here we go, Jexy coming around the corner, trying to find where the target is at. He saw the utility being tossed out, so he knows that Purple Esports is there. Thunder's managed to get a knockdown, but the trade happened. But anyway, it doesn't matter because the teammates are there, and one call has been eliminated by none other than Purple Moon Esports.
Oh, that was a good fight there. So now they will be securing a path into the circle, and perhaps will be able to gatekeep EXO Clan as well. Hakai, though, gets an explosion in the car to take out Papa Zai 8.
Looking for Redsea, 2 players. They were knocked down. They were on the other building, so it wasn't possible for them to be picked up. Dean, happy eliminated by Hakai. So right now, Redsea is down to the last 2. And now we move over to PMA, who needs to fight their way into the circle. And they're not only fighting their way into the circle, but they need to cross the road as well.
Feven getting a grab grenade kill onto E36 there. It looks like the 2 Japanese squads are fighting on the south side of the circle, but in the meantime, the top is very, very crowded indeed. Purple Moon now moving to try to secure more position here, and SSC in the meantime getting interrupted a little bit as well. It's the Venom from New Generation gets a drop to Star-Lord as well as Sylphie. So now it looks like E36 may be in a big spot of trouble as Thunders as well gets a kill done onto EXO Clan, so they will be out in 9th place. There's still SST and E36 to worry about, though, close to the sector, but they're already getting knockdowns done because it risks running into another squad that may be there a bit earlier. Speaking early, though, Pong getting it sprayed down, and the Pete finishes them up as well. So PMA already down 2, although he will be spotted from a distance there. Snox9 tries to get a bit of revenge onto them inside the ditch here. Thunderdog forces to take onto the ground here. Panadol still bleeding out right now, while Fluky wraps around the side here. They want to try to head up SST, who are already moving down south here, so they want to try to limit their options at the moment, but it seems like they can't quite control anything that's happening on the outside of the circle, given their position inside the ditch.
Oh, and T5 have been eliminated at number 8. And right now, T5 only managed to get 4 kills in this round.
Care packages are now coming in around the outside. UV still has a high ground to use here. PLM is still stuck on the lower ground side. Van finds a Deva as he jumps into the warehouse. So that's E36 out. 4 teams still remain.
Redsea Esports arguably has one of the toughest positions right now. They need to climb out to the high ground, and they only have 2 players left now, being spotted out by Smell. Redsea in trouble as Redsea, Mr. Flank, will be knocked down. Left with only Dan Pablo. Ooh, okay, I'm just fighting. Look at the circle. Yes, it goes into the middle, so NGE still has control of it. And now Fab tries to find his target, but Hakai has been knocked down, and Hakai is just too far away for his teammates. Oh. And that blue is there to take Fluky down.
Yep, and Thunders is going to have to go for the revive, so that gives them a little bit of reprieve from the north. So now they have to focus on Unicorn Venom from the south, while that blue keeps an eye out. But Smell's already taken out 5 from the game, though. NG is already less 1, with 1 person still knocked down here. So they're in a very, very precarious position now. Any to make this point is going to be absolutely devastating.
Oh, the circle will close in about 3 more seconds, and Purple Moon Esports, they're still on the outside of it. Thunders has a vehicle, looks like they're just going to drive in, but where will they go? They need to deal with UV. They continue to go on the right, and that's where they're going right now. UV will be shooting them down. Gets 1, gonna get a second one, and now jumps out of his vehicle. Sapao can't take them all out just yet. Sapao at 30 out will be shot at, and Sapao will be knocked down by that blue.
Yeah, PLM tried to make that maneuver, but just bumped himself into UV, who are doing the same thing to try to corral the western side of the circle here to wrap around NGE, but that didn't quite work out well for them. Nevertheless, Thunders is going to be able to get himself back up to speed. Fluky, unfortunately, will be left out on the lurch there and will be sent back to the lobby here. Sapao will be brought back up to speed, though, so UV still retains their full stack.
Okay, here we go. The next phase will close entirely. And now it's quite interesting between these few teams. UV seems to have the upper hand with the full squad still, but, well, after yesterday's Lunun solo appearance, I mean, this time around, I'm not going to trust the full squad thing.
Well, the thing is that Thunders is not in as prime a position as Lunun was. He's down on the ditch here. He's only just entering the compound now. But then UV certainly has full control over this fight against NGE here, just by virtue of having more boots on the ground. So they're certainly trying to flush out the remainers here, while PLM's Thunder is just going to have to just wait it out for now and see where this next circle, this next phase of the fight is going to be. But UV is rapidly moving up towards the side here to join up with Sylphie in order to try to keep the pressure on the Phantom, who's actually out in the open there. Sapao might actually have an angle to try to shoot him down, though, and indeed he will actually start to put some shots at the Vanguard, forcing him to take to the ground there, but no, Sylphie finds him over the top of the dune.
Okay, here we go, and the zone is closing. Vanguard will be knocked out by Sylphie, and there's one more player from UV, though, but not spotted out by the opponent just yet. At the same time, we can see the last member of PLM is still alive and he still has some room to play before the zone puts pressure onto him.
Yeah, a lot of pressure going on here onto New Generations. That blue, last person standing here, Van is bleeding out and bleeding out fast. That blue now very low on health here. He spots his teammate, but he's not going to be able to do anything at all to save him in that instance. Sophie will finally finish him off with a couple more shots. So UV now in the best position here, having the most number of people. Smell finishes off that blue, so now they just need to find Thunders, who now decides to show himself there. J-Ken spots him, sends a flash grenade down. He doesn't have any frags to send his way, but has certainly put him into the line of fire there against Smell, who will finish him off to take the chicken dinner. 310 still is quite intent on trying to keep New House Esports contained within the north side. Attack all around though. They find Trick and destroy the brush anyway. Ekalusa bringing a spray down to him as he spots his truck. He sends a frag grenade down that way. Hopefully to try to knock him out there. It looks like that's going to be successful because Trick is already knocked down.
Oh, close one for Ekalusa. Almost taken down. 21 health left. But the nade. Oh, I spoke too soon. Just as when he was about to re-heal himself. Immediately got knocked down by the nade from Chibirit. Oh, it was a close one for him. Almost taken out as well. And now EXO Clan, they have 2 members in the circle being a marker so the other players can follow through. But then again, they are being blocked out by Attack All Around, who wants to get into the circle as well. But they're not going to get in just like that. They want to secure a couple of kill points. Gets counterfire upon his opponent. Almost taking it out. Gets being counterfire upon again. Traded back damage. But Chimpy coming in from the other side takes down Jexy. Okay, it's time to go. Baba Cruz is going up through the high ground. Hoi An's kind of busy on the other side. They have 310 to deal with, and New House Esports still on the outside circle. So far, no kills here for New House Esports. If they get eliminated at this round, at this stage, it's going to be 2 rounds without any points for them. So they will be fighting through. New House Esports should be able to secure a couple of kill points here with the knockdowns, but Goni gun down. New House Esports winning the fight.
Kind sees Long K, sends a frag grenade his way though. He's still watching out where he's flying. Long K also sends a frag grenade and then connects onto Kind, bringing him down to 43. But he does get a pop shot onto Long K, bringing him down less than 20 now. Just another frag grenade might just do it, but Long K gets a healing up just in time. Bit of a standoff now between these two as they collapse on each other, but then Triple A is rapidly moving on their position. This is not looking good for them now. 310 under pressure there, will get caught out. Ultra with the kill, will finish off the Japanese team.
And there you have it. With that kill, they'll have entry into the circle. But now Sylvia's moving in 1v2. They didn't know what hit the Sylvia going in for the flank. One more to go. Sylvia's a high ground, but Sylvia being shot down. Deva is on the other side. But then again, they still win the fight the other day with Deva saving his teammate.
XK1 was the one who picked up those kills, but then now they're going to be fired upon by Gex, who's already taken position in a compound deeper inside the circle. So E36, even though they won the fight now, they lost ground here to Gex, who was able to wrap around and now it's in the gatekeeping position.
Oh, nice.
To them. In the meantime, Ho An getting the spray down and Sapawo finishes him up as well. So UV now under pressure severely as J-Ken is the last one standing.
Oh, J-Ken, can he get a knockdown onto his opponent? But yes, looks like the answer will be Hoi An will be taken out by J-Ken, and New House Esports, number 11 for them this time. They will need to be content with only kill points in this round.
So Triple A now under immense pressure here. Can they hold on?
Okay, they need to hold on because other teams are looking at them and they might take disadvantage. Equilicia needs to move into the circle. Gats shooting from the other side, and now Gats trying to find his target. Gats needs to move further forward. He doesn't have a good clear vision, but Gats finds it, and Gats, together with his teammate, will get one. Only one more left to go, but Gats with the last stick up now managed to get away.
Well, still, they find the last headshot there onto J-Dot. That's going to be the end of attack all around in this round here in 9th place. The EXO Clan will have the control over the top side of the circle now, so that's rest assured. Now let's have a look over at T5 and PMA right now, because PMA now moves in to try to stop T5 from moving into the circle here, and they've already got 2 knockdowns.
Oh, Teddy now wanting to take out the members of T5. Moving in with the AUG. Teddy! He wasn't looking at the right area. Teddy, as he was moving, his opponent took the advantage. But Snox is there to help him out for one call. There won't be a knockdown for him. There will only be an elimination.
Well, his armor and his helmet is already broken anyway, so he may not even be be able to take these fights too long. Now PMA moves on to SSC position. They already found TAC9. They want to try to move on now to find the other two members. Imhog spots them from a distance, tries to ping them down, but Gex is also moving up at the same time. So now PMA under a lot of stress here will not be able to hold their own. They get eliminated in 5th place.
Okay, we're now down to the top 4 teams.
Gex is still moving upwards. They still want to get onto SSC's position, so they wrapped around from the eastern side down towards south and now to the west here, where they collide together with SSC. Got the 2 knockdowns there. Leo with a frag grenade and headshot kill. Now they will find Imhog as well, and that will finish off Gex. SunSister will be eliminated. Gex still has a full stack.
So they'll ensure that the Lun won't happen again. They'll try to take him out first.
Yeah, but then unfortunately he takes out their own there. Empty gets spotted out, gets taken out by Deva. Gases and Chimpy now are moving onto his position, rapidly sending whatever frag grenades they had, and Deva is just sending whatever he has. But over the top of there of the rock is going to be Chimpy. EXO Clan eliminates the last member, E36.
Right now, we can see that EXO Clan at the lower ground, and Leo gets one.
Leo gets one there. This is going to be critical here for EXO Clan. Baba Goose is going to be moving up to try to support his teammate. Yuri now also moves to regroup together with the rest of GX. A shot over the top there is going to force Chimpy now to back down. He's only down to 3 health. A frag grenade is going to be sent in his direction. There is not going to connect though. Chimpy looks like he's a little bit far away, but not far enough though, as Leo picks him off.
Oh, Leo is coming in. They want to finish up the job right now. EXO Clan only 1 left. They can go for the wraparound. It's not going to be an issue for them. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. GEX, a clean chicken dinner for them.
Shooting if there ever was one, but then they now need to try to get the backup onto Samoy, who is going to completely surround the NGE, so there's no way he's going to be able to get out of this situation here. Now the rest of one call will be coming in here to try to salvage this fight here. They managed to find Hakai trying to come in, slip in from the side, but Bob up on the window does a lot of damage on the Trick as well as Jexy before they're able to pile out the vehicles here. Flag grenade is going to be coming out here. That is going to connect actually on the Trick. He's already down now, and that Blue also keeping him honest by just popping up for the window on top of the field there. Now Nando J gets popped down as well. Jexy is probably the last one ever, no call, but Fab takes him out from back with a headshot, and that will be the end of one call's run. In a better spot there, hopefully for this next circle, but again, it still lands on top of Jojo Paul anyway though. Vuelo under fire right now, has to try to keep Cody close to him, but then frag grenades are being sent in his direction, and Wesker is caught around the outside though, will get knocked down eventually by Empty's shot. Now Kine is going to try to return fire, but he can only spot the team number 1 on the other side there. Can't really get a beat onto EXO Clan, who are starting to slaughter 310 here, and thus not giving them any room to get out of this ditch and reprieve himself over this rock over here. EXO Clan in the meantime getting a collapse onto E36. Sophia already down on the ground there. Starlord already taken out. So has Dave here. XK1 from across the street can only watch on helplessly as the rest of his squad gets completely decimated. Leo, who is moving up rapidly towards 310's position. Frag grenade is going to be sent. That's going to land on the Kine right now. He just needs to take out Goni, and that will be the end of 310. And indeed, it will be the end of 310. Rascal Jester in 12th place.
But look at the circle. It moved further away from these teams, so they still need to get into the circle. Oh, Zigo be spun out by Leo, tossing out a molly onto him, but Zigo doesn't need a molly. He has Yuri there just right beside him to take Zigo down.
And Tay9 taking the opportunity there, actually takes out Yuri very quickly on.
Oh, we're not done yet with the fights here. Lucky G looks like he's in the compound, prepping up a nade, wanting to toss on the side of UV. They are still on the outside circle. Same goes for their opponent on the other building. Now they're coming in. They're trying to flush out whoever was in this building right now. Sapao moving around with the AUG on the right side in the toilet. And that is Sapao and Co. taking out Lucky G.
Yeah, but that's not the end of Destiny Strike yet. They're still in the other building though. And Unicorn Venom has only just cleared out one of the rooms that Lucky J was in. But the grenade actually will land straight onto CA. Sapao will be able to get the shot onto him as well to keep the knockdown going. Mal Rush and the other member, Crazy Boy from Deadly Strike, still able to stay alive for now, but not going to be able to support Jason's position, so it seems like they will have to dig in on this corner of the house.
Oh, Crazy Boy right now still on somewhere on the outside circle. For them to pick up their teammate Jason, it's going to be a little bit hard. He's on the other side, and Jason finished off by Sapao from UV. That's going to be another point in the back for them. It's an open space, so they're definitely not going to stop there. They'll try to push their way onto the other side, but now the fact that EXO Clan went first, so all eyes on the Gum, and Fab gets another one.
Onto Crazy Boy right now, so Mount Rush is the last person standing for Deadly Strike inside the smoke. Unicorn Venom just pouring whatever lead they had into the smoke, hoping to get the one last ping that's going to finish up Deadly Strike. But the blue zone still crashing in, still closing in around them. Unicorn Venom not looking too good either, as J-Ken has already been knocked down. Sylphie's going to pop out in the window, and then Turtle 5 pops him off immediately, and Unicorn Venom is out. And Hakai is already maneuvered up to this tower here, but you can hear the vehicles coming in. Jinai gets knocked down as they try to get into the compound. This is bad for Triple A, and Hakai hitting for the spray, trying to take down Oda Squid, takes it down as well. Triple A decimated when they tried to make the move.
Ooh, that is a good defense. They're coming in from NGE. They anticipated that move from Triple A. Triple A only left with one player left, and he's forced to move in anyway. And shots fired on Triple A, and Triple A entire squad eliminated by NGE.
Ooh, Hakai, absolutely killing it right now.
Entirely. E36 somehow still survived. Who's the last man on E36? He's way up north. He's going to stay put. He's going to stay quiet, but now his position is compromised because of the smoke grenade. Fab tries to find where exactly he is, and finally the grenade will meet its end.
So now it's fully between these two teams here, with XK already taken out, and GE still has a good position inside the middle of this circle here, so if anything, T5 is at a disadvantage, and with that blue still able to stay on top of, in the first floor of that building, he's certainly going to be able to spot T5 should they come around, but Tanador's already been knocked out. Fab finds him on trying to flank around, gets a headshot to finish him up as well. T5 is now down to 2.
Oh, NGE now has a big advantage against T5, and they can get the chicken dinner. Definitely they'll be in the top 8. And look at our live standings right now. NGE is not only in the top 8, they are number 2, and they can secure all these kill points. They can probably overtake UV. They're currently going in with a knockdown, and looks like there's only one left to go.
Fab going to get through the window. Hasawat is inside there. The blues are crawling around there. He's going to try to get a head up inside, but the bars prevent him from being able to get into the building itself. A Molotov is going to be sent through the window. That's putting Hasawat in a very precarious position there, with the blues are still creeping around him. New Generation Esports just needs to wait it out, and they will get the chicken dinner. And they want to try to get control. Yasayana, Poyana, Goni, and Vuelo now moving closely, rapidly onto that blue, and Van Eung trying to get the knockdown, can't quite connect though, so he's going to have to duck into the apartments.
Right, they're taking the fight head on. That blue will be the next one to go down. Keen as well, so they're trading it back and forth. As Van Eung tosses out the nade onto the other side, but the nade might not land nicely, so that nade is just to buy time for him to get back into the compound to reset himself.
Hakai is very quickly trying to rejoin the rest of his team right now. They sense an opportunity here to eliminate 310. They just need to try to keep them holed up inside his apartment, and 310 indeed are stuck inside this one building here where NG surrounds them around the perimeter here. Bob is still holding around the doorway here. He's going to go in. Oh, Goni's right behind him though. He turns around just in time to take him out.
Wow.
8 points of health though, but Els Wesker comes through the doorway and finishes him off.
Well, the flick shot still worked, but then again, the follow-up was even better, as Van Eung is now the last man for NGE in the compound. Molly stopping him at his tracks. So right now, there's opportunity for a reset to happen onto the second floor, but he goes for his teammate instead of going in for the siege.
Again, there's only on one here, and 310 still has plenty of teammates to revive here, though I think Hakai is probably going to bleed out very quickly now, so NGE needs to be able to get themselves close enough. But again, Van Eung is going to be coming through the doorway here. Kai is still trying to hold it back here, tries to finish out the rest, but the gunshots might have attracted attention here at NGE, but 310 still trying to hold the ground right now, but I don't know how long can it still last under this situation here. Wesker facing a bit of pressure under the frag grenades. Hakai sends another one out, forcing him to get outside, where he gets knocked down instead. Kai now has a Molotov. He's going to use that to try to stop them from getting through, but he's still, Hakai still is able to give him a slip and gets into the hallway.
Oh, there you go. Hopefully there's enough time for him to revive his teammate. Right now, looks like the fight is not over yet. They are still in this compound together. New Generation Esports on the second floor, okay, on the other side of the building, in fact. And now they're just keeping eye onto each other. Everyone's taking time to reset. The nade will land onto Area 310, and Area 310 will need to find refuge somewhere else.
They're literally fighting for their lives right now. Even though Area T310 is in 15 overall, they still want to try to take this against NGE. But then now Hakai pops through the door, almost gets a drop there onto Goni, but isn't able to finish him off. Kind instead will be the one knocked down by Van Ung. So this could be prime now for New Generation to break into the room. Goni is still on the inside there, but he's still striking down. But thankfully, from behind, Van Ung finishes him off, and Area Esports is out in 16th place. And we say goodbye to the Japanese team.
Oh, it looks like EXO Clan is eliminated as well, going out. So right now they are at 53 points. GS can still catch up to them with 3 points difference. So it's something they need to be aware of. They cannot take too much of the risk. But now NHE met up with T5. Shots fired by T5 onto NHE.
Yep, T5 now keeping the pressure going. Long case running across with the buggy there. He was attempting to try to get the draw with Rossiten, but Rossiten undebated takes him out completely.
No.
The rest of the T5 now not looking too good inside the building as Ho-An takes down Hasawa. Tanadol now getting himself into the building, crashes the party there, and eliminates NHE, New House Esports, in 14th place.
After getting the chicken dinner earlier today, unfortunately, New House Esports couldn't maintain their momentum, and now they have been eliminated. Hopefully, we'll be able to see them in the future as well. And now for NGE going up against T5. T5 at the high ground against Hakai. Hakai knocked out by Rosinet, and he will be finished off by him as well.
In the meantime, I think PLM and the others are still getting some scraps in the middle here, out in the open, out away from the complexes here. They actually found Redsea Esports on the other side. Deadly Strike now, I think they also spotted NGE's last member there. They're going to try to flush him out. Batman has a frag grenade, tosses one out, almost catches Lucky J in the face there, but he's able to get away.
Ooh, but then again, Van Ung is still in the building, surrounded by his opponents, and now Van Ung shoots Van Ung, gets another knockdown, beautifully sprayed by Van Ung.
Not so lucky now, are you, Jay? So he's still going to be able to hold the house for now. The rest of Deadly Strike are going to try to wrap around the other side. Crazy Boy as well. Smile Rush moves in, but Van Ung heads him off. Smile Rush, so that's only Crazy Boy left. He still needs to try to get his healing up right now, but he has no frag grenades to send inside, only smokes, whereas Crazy Boy still has trees, so he's going to try to get a deflection. Van Ung's going to try to meet him head on in a gunfight right now. Oh, no, he will not hold on, as Crazy Boy successfully stops him before he could do any more damage.
That would have been a handsome clutch there against the entire squad, but it doesn't matter for NGE. They're definitely through onto the grand finals. And speaking about, here we go. UV won some of that.
Yeah, that was so unfortunate, but though Crazy Boy still managed to get a frag grenade knockdown, but unfortunately one shot from Unicorn Venom, and they just had 4 members. Yeah, again, they are the ones who are in danger right now of being relegated, so again, they are the ones who have ample opportunity here, and having taken control of Mansion, that's literally smack dab this circle here, so they have a lot of views of what to do here. But now one call actually bumps straight into PMA. They try to get a knockdown, but Lun Lun actually takes down Jexy instead, so one call is a little bit bogged down in this fight now. Lun Lun holds back, has a frag grenade sent out there, doesn't quite connect unfortunately, but it's enough to keep PMA off of its back for now. IMP coming around the outside, gets a knockdown onto Nando. The Trick is attempting to use a frag grenade to try to hit him off. It sees Snox9 also coming through, but he makes it hard for him to get a headshot. He still gets a headshot anyway, and he does knock down Snox9. So PMA under trouble right now. Lun Lun is the only one still standing.
Oh no, this could be drama here, because if PMA goes out, GS could overtake them. Right now, they gotta pray that one call actually wins this fight. Now PMA as Lun Lun still, and we know the capability of Lun Lun and how he clutched it the other day. Lun Lun down to 31 health. Lun Lun needs to win the fight, but PMA is eliminated. That means GX has an opportunity to overtake them, but GX still needs to collect the points.
To deal with other than Jedi over there. One call gets caught out as well as PMA and E36 pours fire onto that compound and catches out both members that were still remaining. So that's one call already out in 10th place. UV in the meantime shot in the tracks right now. Dean lighting up a shot, gets a headshot. Should be able to finish him off as well. There's nowhere for Sapao to run around. He's just struggling around like a cockroach, and unfortunately, who has to succumb to his fate. On the attack all around, but that's certainly going to get their attention now as also Discret as well as Equilucia are moving up towards T5's position and are going to try to overrun them.
Okay, not only that as well, PLM could be in trouble if they get eliminated, so GX just needs to overtake those two teams, but now T5 is taking this fight against AAA, and AAA with the long range onto T5. T5 now with pressure on Skirt, tries to get his target, and Skirt still doing very well, holding onto his position.
Pom getting into the ditches here will finish off one member in AAA. There's still another one up on top. He's Equilucia undercover smoke, sends a frag grenade down, and that would not connect, but Jankuov has also been taken up on the side there. Actually, no, the frag grenade does connect onto Rosset Jr., removing him from the match. Jada is going to burn himself to death, and now AAA completely getting wiped out here. Equilucia and O2 Skirt still trying to hold their own though, but O2 Skirt probably is the only one a little bit safe though, because Equilucia is literally right next door to where T5 is and is sending all the frag grenades it got, and that will connect.
Beautifully done by Patapong, taking out Esculicia, and T5 still survives, but the next opponent might be coming in. It's going to be UV or E36 on the right. Right now, both teams at a standstill, probably because they are currently in the circle, but looks like UV is making their move.
They are making a move indeed. SST actually collapses onto PLM, who had to move out in the blue zone there, and they were currently under fire. But then right now, T5 in the most precarious position right now, with a team moving up from the north and another team moving from the south here. They are still under fire though. Sylvia actually spots UV trying to come up, so he does take out Silky on the UV side. So that's already a knockdown they're forced to try to contend with here. I'm so surprised that this circle still lands on top of Gex though, because that mansion has been giving them a lot of mileage so this fight. Purple Moon Esports now, having finished the fight against SST, now have to face up against the Malaysians there. They do get a knockdown of one side, but Dean has taken down Borpo, so that leaves only one member of PLM left.
Oh, Redsea Esports on the outside circle now going up against PLM. If PLM gets eliminated, well, they should be safe enough, because right now it's only GX against PM Ace points. But focusing on to Redsea Esports, Purple Moon Esports seems to be in a little bit of a trouble there. Dean getting on the bubbles, Papa Zai counterfire.
Oh, that frag grenade.
And be taken down. And now Thunder's needed down by Mr. Flank.
Exactly. Again, like they're in the prime spot right now to try to take this fight away from PLM. Fluky is already extremely low right now. I don't know how many health kits he still has left, but it doesn't look too good for him in terms of positioning here, because the blue zone's already up against his back here, and it's pretty much in danger of finishing things off. Now E36 taking control over the south side now, trying to move in here to join the fight against UV versus number one, and J Ken is immense amount of pressure here from both ends. He tries to run away, but will still get knocked out by Sylvie anyway. UV under trouble now. Spell's the only one left, and now he's confronted by E36.
And look at this. Look at the life standards. GX is now on number 8, so they have done enough. But let's see how far can they go. Can they secure the ticket there just to make it sweet for them and everyone else and all their fans? And now as Enter Force 36 gets into the circle, the next target will be number 1, and team number 1 feeling the wrath of GEX.
Yeah, Upchen and Xavier moving up the flank. Number 1, they already got one knockdown and an elimination. Now they try to focus on Miou. They get the knockdown there as well. Sylvia XQ1 also put in the fire onto number 1 here. So Gex and the Japanese team of E36 are both working onto this Vietnamese squad. Will it get the elimination done with Upchen taking the last kill? Oh. No, again, E36 is just using that little crest over on the field in order to try to prevent themselves coming under fire from GEX. And I don't know if GEX actually still has a lot of frag grenades in their pack. Actually, we focus on E36 so far, and they still have plenty of frags to try to counteract should GEX decide to go all in and try to storm the position. So really, they're just try to regroup right now, keeping an eye out over the dunes, waiting for Global Esports to come in and just react accordingly.
Okay, here we go. The circle shrunk. And now GEX still has majority of their players inside the circle, whereas for E36, they're still playing by the rim of it, just slightly on the outside. And the moment they move forward, GEX can shoot them down because GEX has all the angles covered.
And Yuri is still hanging back there, and he's ready to snipe anyone, maybe Starlord or Deva, should they try to move eastwards. So that's perfect positioning now for GEX to keep E36 suppressed and keep them within the edge of the blue zone. And that's going to be crucial now, because none of E36 is able to dip their toes even into this next safe zone here, and that's making it very hard for them to actually mount an assault position onto GEX. And especially with them being spread out like that, GEX certainly have this entire circle on lock. So now they're going to be popping off the smokes here into the middle, hoping to try to cover the approach, while in the meantime Leo is going to try to come around the side there. He almost got spotted by XK as well, Starlord, but then again, if he can cover off that eastern flank, I think it might just be all over for E36.
Well, E36 says it's not over yet as they try to get into the
headshots
by Leo. He managed to get one. Can he get a second one? Here we go, Neo. Neo switches to SLR. Neo gets 2 knockdowns back to back.
That's 2 knockdowns, but I think that might be enough. E36 under massive trouble right now. Our Star-Lord trying to hold his own, but Gex, Savior, as well as Upchan, they're just going ahead and pouring everything they have. Star-Lord's going to get picked up with a headshot. Chicken dinner here for GEX, Global Esports Xsset.
And because of that chicken dinner, they are surely they have booked their tickets onto the grand finals. Congratulations to Global Esports Xsset. This is the perfect ending to the LCQ for them.